All right, so we are back. We got some important stuff to jump into, some important stuff to talk about, because remember, we are almost there to getting one of the best banners of the year, if you don't absolutely ruin everything, Global. So, let's see if we can do it. Today, we're going to jump into it. New to the channel, like and subscribe. It helps out a ton. This is going to be the poll draw, if Numberable allows it to be this time. Sometimes it's different, but most likely it's either this one or the next one. So, let's just talk about it. Let's hop over there. As you all know, so the poll draw last year kicked up in the 11.22 update. So that basically was around because last year they actually released a step up. This year they haven't yet. Last year they released a step up right after the collaboration. So it was Overlord, step up, boom, banner. So because of that process, it kicked back everything by, a bit. Wondering what they do this year, because again, where we're at is looks like the festival is on the 22nd with no delays. So instead of a banner in between, it's straight up the festival. You know what I mean? So we'll see exactly what happens here, but for right now, just that's what I'm thinking. Festival is next, but we're not sure. Could be a step up before the festival, leading it into the festival. All right? So kicked up last year, vote banner over here. And again, told us we can vote for 3 festival heroes and 5 normal heroes. No duplicate votes are allowed. That's what kicked up last year. What it looked like was this. We had the ability to vote again. I'll speed up this video over here. This is the video that I made on it. Again, last year when we were going through things and kind of understanding it. So again, we had Bon on there, Mayel on there, we had Melly, Escanor. Again, last year was different, dog. This year's a lot of UR festivals you don't have. Like this banner last year was what it looked like. This was good, dog. This was like the OG festivals. The good stuff was like up here. This was good still. This was good still. Good still. Good still. Again, Ultimate Escanor, Melly, all that stuff was good. So times have changed. Times have changed, dog. But again, that's what it was back then. They also, again, had the LR characters available for vote. It looks like all the LR characters ended up making it on the banner. So just keep that in mind. It happened like that last year. So if you already have a 6/6 Green Escanor, it's time to get a 7/6 Green Escanor. You know what I mean? Beyond that, again, this was like the normal draw over here. We had these characters again, the catastrophes, all of them. Again, it wasn't a terrible banner. I'm pretty sure we still had some good stuff there. I know that we did fold a little bit at the end where we threw off some like really good choices. But again, for the most part, it was a good banner. You had the ability to vote for Freyr, which a lot of people needed back then. You had the ability to pick up maybe Bon, all the Demonic Beast units. Again, now 1 year later, the Demonic Beast units are like horrible because they've given them for free how many times. But again, this year there were so many good units that were released. Balder, Gelda, the Valentine's DN that people still need, right? Seasonals were available. You can clearly see here, Christmas seasonal. We had the Valentine's seasonal, King, Christmas seasonal, Danafor Liz. So again, they did have seasonals last year, but I think that how they operated things where they didn't put everything on there. So we'll have to see this year what they don't put. But there were some characters that were neglected, if you were to say. Freya was there, again, the summer character just recently, which was a lot of hype there. Matrona, a lot of people skipped her, so again, she was on there. Both these two over here, a lot of people still needed Roxy. They skipped Mono earlier in the year. That was the, again, older Freyr, which was much earlier in the year. She released like the first character of the year. So again, the banner wasn't that bad. It was actually pretty good. Tier, and then that was it. So that was what the vote draw looked like. What did the banner end up looking like? What did it look like? Here you go. So again, it looked like this. This was the poll draw. It was the release of Elizabeth. This year, we don't know who it is. I'm thinking it could be Lancelot. Given that last leak we had, it actually could be Lancelot. But that's what it was over here. Ellie went and released. This was the banner. So they released Mayel. We voted for a good one. We voted for a good one. Good one. Good one. Again, I think they kicked Melly on there. No, I think we did vote for Melly. And then obviously they put these two on here because of LR. These two because of LR. The rest of the ones we voted for, it wasn't a bad banner. Like, we were shocked that Sigurd made it on there. I was mortified. I'm like, dude, what, Sigurd? But again, for the most part, it wasn't a bad banner. But now, what could we do this year? We can actually make such a good banner because of the characters we're in need of and the characters that have released this year. So again, you see what you did last year, just try to replicate it and don't fold. Please, Global, please. So again, for reference here, we're in need of Arthur. I spelled that wrong. Arthur, Chaos Arthur. Imagine we put our hands on, get our hands on Chaos Arthur. That would be absolutely wonderful. A lot of people are still in need of not Hell, but Thor, right? Again, I don't know when GC Database stopped updating things here, so we'll see how far we can go. I don't know how to spell Sobnok. Is it that way or this way? Yeah, Sobnok. Here we go. That's also there, right? Again, 3 automatically characters that people really need. Again, if you haven't saved or haven't got Gother, you have a chance to pick up the new, again, Gother. A lot of LR characters. People still need Meliodas. Yes, he's I think reran once already, but people still need him. Then Escanor, obviously speaking, can't forget him. That's there too. I don't think you're allowed to get Percival. So they didn't add Percival here, so GC Database stopped updating things recently. But I don't think you're actually allowed to get Percival because he was too recent. So that's how they do things there. He's not a festival, but they won't let you get him because, again, he's way too new. So if it were to be like festival characters, it's Meliodas, Escanor, Gother, Chaos Arthur, Thor, and Somnok. If you can kind of look into it, they did have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, we lose 1. So depending on who you don't vote for, most likely Somnok will lose the vote, honestly, because everybody wants Gother, everybody wants Arthur, and a lot of people want Thor. Less people want Somnok, but we'll see. Maybe they'd be nice and allow us to have another one on there. Maybe. Let's hope, because again, a lot of people do need Somnok, but I doubt Escanor loses because he's Escanor, and I doubt Meliodas loses because he's Meliodas. So I doubt these two lose, but I wouldn't be shocked if Somnok loses. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Beyond that, though, when it came to characters this year, you have Balder, correct? A lot of people are in need of him. You had the release of, you can't vote for Sigurd. Keep that in mind. Sigurd, you can't vote for. So, because again, he is too brand new. Demon King is there, but I think most people wouldn't vote for anything that's not a UR festival just because it's a UR festival, right? A lot of people are in dire need of these characters, so I doubt anybody else beyond the list that I've shown you, like again, those festivals, get voted for just because of that. Halloween Estarossa, I also think you can't vote for. He is a great character, but I don't think you can vote for him. I wouldn't be shocked if Freya gets voted for again. Gelda should 100% kind of get voted for, based on, kind of how we see things here. The LR characters will also most likely get voted for because they are LR characters. All right, so this year, again, Sigurd can vote for him. Obviously, you can't vote for these two. You can vote for Estarossa because, again, I think he's too new. Percival, you can't vote for. You can vote for Camilla. But again, she wasn't like an insane character, but you could vote for her, so it is worth it. You can vote for the Jenna that we had, right? The Step of Jenna. You can vote for Balder, so that's also a pretty good pickup if possible. Thor, we already said. Merlin, there was a Merlin this year. Which Merlin was that? Okay, yeah, it was that one festival Merlin. Yeah, we did have Merlin. I completely forgot, dude. That one Chandler that was a step up you can vote for. Can vote for Wild. You can vote for the other Percival that released right after Escanor. That, again, Kid Percival, which is useless now. Scotty, you can vote for. Valenti Mark II, the, I think, Demonic Beast unit, you can also vote for. Gelda, as mentioned. Deanne Queen, the Valentine's Deanne, which is actually pretty good. And then, again, that one Shin that released, which a lot of people still need. Then, obviously, the new Fairy King back then, you can also vote for. Which still a lot of people need. Christmas Roxy, which again you might need. Beyond that, these are like older characters. Most people don't want them unless they want that one Elaine from back then. But that's kind of what they're going for here, which for the most part, it is pretty solid. Going back on it, it's much less than I expected. Mainly the festivals are carrying. It's like festivals plus Gilda, Balder, maybe one or two others, like the one Merlin, and like that's it. Estarossa would have been a crazy pickup, but again, I think you can't pull for him because he just released, and you obviously can't get Sigurd because he just released. So for the most part, it's sad to look back on the year, but at least Valenti's there if you need the Demonic Beast unit or whatever else. The banner will look good, right? Regardless of how bad the regular characters were. There are some great ones. I'm undermining it, but damn, I expected more. Mainly, though, again, Somnok, Thor, Chaos Arthur, Gother, Escanor, Meliodas, Gelda, Balder, whatever you're looking for. This Merlin over here was the one that I missed. That one Jenna I also missed. There was a lot of characters here that I did miss, but for the most part, we could make it a good banner. We could make it a good banner. Depends on how we do things here. That one Shin over here, that new Scotty over here. And then again, we can't vote for any of the new ones, so no Percival. Sadly, Percival would have been a good pickup too. Light Percival, but don't think you can vote for him because that's how they do it every year. So, with that being said, vote properly. Make sure we get some decent units on the banner here, and make sure to have fun with everything. So yeah, take care, have fun. It's been it for me. Peace out, take care, and catch you tomorrow.